Hey there, I'm Mr. Know-It-All, the lead swing trading analyst trader at Swing Trade Pros, the #1 swing trading and bot community in the world. And I genuinely want to help you make your mark in the thrilling world of swing trading cryptocurrency. I've been trading since 2017 and I've taught myself many different trading strategies, patterns. I'm known for the falling wedge pattern, as you guys might know. I've dedicated my life to mastering these types of structures and patterns, and now my goal is to impact the lives of 1 million of you. You heard that right. My goal is to impact 1 million people this full cycle. Let that be you. Cryptocurrency markets can be a roller coaster ride, full of ups and downs. But through swing trading, I've discovered a strategy that can truly make a difference. I've poured countless hours to studying the intricacies of wedge patterns, rising wedge patterns, you name it. And it has become my area of expertise. Here's the thing. I genuinely want to see you thrive in this market. That's why I've made it my mission to impact 1 million of you. I want to provide you with the tools, insight, and support you need to navigate this exciting but challenging landscape. Swing trading is not just about technical analysis. It's about understanding market psychology and developing disciplined risk management strategies. I'll be there to guide you step by step as we identify different types of patterns and structures and seize profitable opportunities. Together, we'll build your confidence in trading skills, ensuring you're well prepared to face the twists and turns of swing trading. Believe me when I say that I genuinely care about your success. That's why I'm inviting you to join me, Mr. Know-It-All, on this transformative journey. Let's make the most of this full cycle and work towards your financial freedom together. You'll find all my links in my bio. Reach out and let's dive into this world of swing trading. I'm here to support you and your family and guide you every step of the way because your success matters to me. Together, let's make a real impact and achieve trading success.
All right, welcome back, everybody. Welcome to the weekly live stream. Bitcoin breaking 30K. So, Tether showing us signs here of a weekly trend RSI breakdown. This is boding well for assets right now. We're seeing lots of coins break out of their patterns, of their major downtrends, and we're really seeing some price action. So this is a good thing. This is a good thing, right? We've been talking about this potentially happening, and well, it's starting to happen. The question is Bitcoin going to get rejected at this 32K level? That is the question. All right, and we will be going through that here with what our projection is here in the shorter term to medium term. We're going to be taking a look at the dollar. We're going to be taking a look at the stock market and a lot of other contributing factors to what the price action might lead to, okay? So we're going to start off with what the dollar's been doing, because the dollar is, everything's paired to the dollar. So let's start there. All right, so the dollar, we had said that, it was a couple weeks ago, we said that this right here looked like a reversal candle. We did start to get a reversal. We haven't really broke this range just yet, right? We're still sitting above this 106 region. The dollar is kind of flat right now, looks like it's going sideways. Not really anything to write home about just yet. Your weekly stochastics are up here. They have not crossed below the 80 line just yet. If they do that, when they cross below the 80 line on the stochastic momentum oscillator, that is when we will really see a reversal. Okay, right now this actually I would still say this looks bullish to me. Still sitting up here, not taking out lows, not making higher highs. Like I said last week, I said we need to see, for continuation on the dollar, we need to see the dollar break above 107.36 on a weekly candle close. We didn't do that. All right, so sideways price action here for the dollar. So kind of unresolved, if you will, but in a range, sitting in this range. I would still say that I'm leaning towards more downside for the dollar. You can see on the two-day chart, two-day chart is pointing down, okay? And so, we're still in like overbought territories here on daily and two-day time frames. The RSI isn't necessarily overbought on the two-day, but we're still sitting pretty high up here, 65 on the RSI. Still bullish control zone, right? We can see that the bears are starting to close this gap, right? And the more days we spend below that 107.3 zone, the more likely it is that we see the dollar come down a bit. I'm not saying this is a complete reversal, but hey, man, if the dollar can't produce a higher high, it's going to start testing these supports, right? The more times you test the support, the more likely it is to break it. And it tried to spring off here and made a lower high, right? So, like I said, continue to test supports. The weaker they become, continue to test resistance. The weaker they become. It has yet to really test again this resistance. So it's residing in the middle of a range right now, trying to resolve itself. The weekly chart. Let's go to the weekly chart. The weekly, like I said, the stochastic momentum here is in overbought territory completely. You are getting close to this area where you're becoming overbought. You're not overbought just yet, but hey, man, if you end up making a lower high here and momentum shifts to the downside, well, you guys know what that will mean. We get a retest of this breakout, which would make a lot of sense. After you make a major break like this, usually you get a back test, right? You get a back test and then a continuation, right? So if this is a bullish structure, which, well, this was a big breakout. This was the back test or the bounce off the low, and we got a huge rally off this low, right? So I would suspect it would still make a lot of sense if the dollar came further down to retest the support again, or maybe make a higher low. If the dollar makes a higher low, you have to remain bullish on the dollar. Like, you just have to do that until it takes out this low. But it has not broke this high, and it could come make this retracement here and pull back and make a higher low and then pivot again and try to rally. And I think, once we get up here, or if we get up here, that would be the determination of what's really going to happen in these markets. So like I said, I think maybe some more sideways price action here for the dollar, maybe retest these supports again. If they're really strong and holding, well, we're going to see the dollar go up, right? And if they're not, and they cannot break higher, well, we're probably going to break supports. So really all just depends on how these support levels hold, and if we're seeing accumulation, if we're seeing higher lows. If we're not seeing higher lows, then we're going to see lower lows, right? So technically right now this is a lower high than this high, right? So it's still in a downtrend based off this high, right? We have not produced a higher high, and we are sitting at a major level of resistance right here, and we have not yet broken it. So retesting of supports is in the cards, is what I'm thinking. Oscillators are overbought on daily, 2-day, 3-day charts. Weekly is not extended. Well, weekly momentum is extended. Okay. And so that's what I'm getting at. And the RSI here is already in bullish territory. No divergence on the weekly. I wouldn't call this divergence because we didn't make a higher high on price with a lower high on the RSI. So no weekly divergence. Could go sideways for a bit. Maybe stay in the bullish control zone. Sure, totally possible. Go to our monthly. Our monthly is in bullish control zone at 58. Again, no divergence here. Could go sideways for a bit. It is technically bullish. The dollar is bullish. All right. And the monthly oscillator here is crossing up. All right. That's something you don't want to ignore. Every single time you are at the bottom on the stochastics, once we cross the 20 line, the dollar is a buy, okay, on the monthly time frame. On the weekly time frame, not so much. But like I said, we could see a couple weeks of sideways or downside for the dollar. The 2-week is also extended, right, up here. So we could see a couple months of sideways or downside for the dollar, which could bode well for risk assets. And that's kind of what we're looking at right now. That's kind of what I'm saying right now. All right. If this plays out. So we'll see. Tether kind of giving us a clue as to where the dollar is heading. And so this is kind of where we're at on Tether. We're actually right at the bottom demand line here on the weekly time frame. We saw some follow through on this dump this week. That's why we saw Bitcoin retest 30K, right? And if you zoom out a bit here, you can, like I said before, you can see we broke the RSI trend line that it was holding, and then broke it. We're sitting at 47, which is neutral territory on Tether. We go to the monthly chart. We're still sitting up here in the bullish control zone. But what's interesting to me here is, if you look at this more carefully, okay, this kind of looks like an ascending broadening formation, all right? And this can come further down, right, on the monthly time frame, okay? We had bearish divergence up here in November. That was the bottom. That was the bottom of the market. Right, that's where we rallied off 16K Bitcoin, right? This double bottom down here was the beginning, or this was the top of the market. It's like almost a very similar pattern structure here. You can see this was the top, this was the bottom, and now we're kind of in this consolidation zone right here, right? And so what I think eventually happens is we come down to test this, and we probably come back up one more time, crash the market or something, and then we finally break down, and then we come down to test this trend line. That's when we start our bull market. All right, so something along that order, you know. That's a monthly time scale. And the reason why I'm leaning towards upside is because, well, look at your average sentiment oscillator. The average sentiment oscillator here, the bulls are losing steam, right? Blue is coming down, red is going up. Very simple. A very, very, very clear indication of bears taking control of the dollar, or the tether dollar, I should say. And once that happens, I think we're going to start some sort of massive uptrend. Okay. We'll see how this goes, because we might get a cross, and it might not be a very big alligator cross, which might result in a fake break, or you know, lots of folks thinking that this could be a head and shoulders pattern. It could be, but the only way that this could actually be confirmed as a head and shoulders pattern is if this week we really don't, like, we don't produce a higher high on price at all. Like, technically right now, if this closed right here and we don't see any more upside on Bitcoin, and then we end up breaking this low right here, right? So if this is a head and shoulders pattern, right, your left shoulder or your head, this technically right now would be valid, and would only be applicable as soon as we break the neckline, right? The neckline must be broken and then back tested as resistance. That's when we could really see a lot of downside, okay? We are not even close to doing that right now, but if this was to play out, this is how it would look, okay? Anyways, we will see how the price action holds up this week. Like I said before, the only way this head and shoulders type of structure would play out is if we confirm to break of the neckline and back test it as resistance, and then we start breaking levels, okay? That's it. That's the only way that this would play out. Cool. Glad we covered that. Very nice candle here on the weekly chart for Bitcoin. Probably one of the highest candle closes we've seen since LL June, right? Very nice. Very nice candle close there for Bitcoin. Cool. Take a look at ETH. So ETH not looking as good as Bitcoin, for sure. ETH actually breaking a major trend line here and back testing it as resistance and coming back down to the support and holding a horizontal support here. And now it's trying to come back into the structure. Really, though, not looking as good as Bitcoin, and technically speaking, although, and yes, this was a head and shoulders on the RSI. We broke it. We back tested as resistance. The only thing interesting here is that we made a low and a higher low. We did have bullish divergence on the weekly chart, which is why we're seeing the asset go back up. Also, Bitcoin's been going up, taking the whole market with it. Bitcoin's been outperforming ETH, no questions asked. But if ETH can somehow get back above 1750, man, and get back into this pattern, we can talk about some real upside targets for ETH, maybe back up to the top of the range, 2150s, and maybe as high as, let's see, maybe 2700 to about 3,600 if we really break top of range and Bitcoin really goes to like that 45K region. All depending on if Bitcoin breaks this $32,000 level with a candle close above in the coming weeks. All right. So this is what we're looking for. Like I said, Tether at the bottom of a demand line here of a major pattern that it's been in respecting since June of 22. And so bearish engulfing candle active here on the weekly time frame. If we really start breaking this demand line, guys, and we back test it as resistance and we see some follow through, that's when we're really going to get our breakout. And that is something to really look out for. Otherwise, right now, we're still in the bounds of this pattern. Bitcoin's still below a major resistance level. Nothing to get excited about just yet. All right. And this is where a lot of people get wrecked. They try to breakout trade. And that's really not a good thing to be doing. You want to just trade the ranges. Bottom of the range, top of the range. That's what you want to be doing in these markets right now, because we're not in any clear major uptrend or bull market. Yes, Bitcoin is up 100% on the year. Yes, it's technically still in an uptrend, but we have not closed above this major level of resistance, guys. We've touched it, once or almost once here, twice. This is our third attempt, right? And like I said before, the more times you test a resistance, the more likely it is to break it. You missed me talking about a potential scenario of a head and shoulders, but this can only happen if we break this neckline with a candle close and a back test as resistance. That's the only way that this formation would actually be valid. Right now, it is not valid because we have not done those things. And if we don't go any higher than this price right here, it could happen. It could totally happen. It could totally happen. If Tether reverses its action right here, right off this demand line, and starts rallying here, Bitcoin's going to come down, right? But I'm truthfully not seeing that happening right now because of what this is telling me right here. The weekly momentum oscillator is telling me that this could be a rising wedge, and this could break to the downside. And our weekly just crossed the mid bullish area here on the stochastics and is still pointing down. And our 2-day is also still pointing down. And our daily is also, our daily now is in close to the buy zone area, okay? Like I said, we could get a bounce off this region, which is a major demand line. But our higher time frames are still pointing down, right? You can see we've touched it. And we might actually back test this. This trend line here was broken, and then we made a lower high, okay, and we came down. It could come up to test it. For sure. Bitcoin is extended on the daily chart. We have some bearish divergence on the daily time frame, I think, right? So that's something to take note of. We're at the top of a range, all right? We're nearing a top of a range, I should say. And we're overbought. We actually don't have divergence, but we are overbought on the daily chart. Yeah, well, look at Matic, man. It's doing exactly what I thought it was going to do, right? That's why I took a pretty big position on Matic. We'll take a look at it. Matic, the accumulation schematic playing out almost to the T. Do you guys remember me talking about this a couple weeks ago? Right, when I took a position on it, right? You have the top, the double top, the COVID crash, the rally, the attempted rally, the breakdown, high or low, and then this trend line right here. And then blast off, right? This cycle, top, the cycle top, the double top, the June crash, the rally, the attempted second rally, the dump, the trend line. The trend line has just broken. You guys noticing and seeing something similar on this structure? It looks very, very, very similar to what we did back here in November of 2020. Almost to the T. Almost to the T. All right. And so, yes, I think it is going to do something very similar when we get this rally out to about 82 cents. And then we come back down. Right? It could even go to $1. That would be like the median trend line, right? So it could even go to $1 and then come back down and retest the base before going on a parabolic move, just like it did here. All right, Matic. Automatic rally. And here is the RSI telling us what's about to happen here for Matic. Right, this was your top, your double top, right? Bearish divergence. Your bottom, your second bottom, bullish divergence. Okay, complete inverse of the chart, right? Here's your automatic rally. I mean, there's your Matic. Now look at Link. Link also made a nice break, right? Spoke about Link at like $5, $6, something like that. Yep. There you go. Chainlink breaking a range. Hasn't broke this trading range in well over a year. About damn time, Chainlink. Yeah, your next level here on Chainlink, if this rally continues, is 1475, the top of this range. This major pivot extension right here. Why not? Another 50% move in the cards potentially. You might get this break. You might get this back test. And then you're going to rally, right? Rectangle bottoms, man. Those are real things. I remember we charted this Link versus ETH, right? The falling wedge, break. There you go. There she blows, man. It's plotted, man. Look, the top, the bottom versus ETH. Oh, my God. Weird. Link has a lot of room to run. XRP looking pretty good too. Let's take a look at it. Holding the structure. Beautifully holding the structure. It's a monthly chart. Here's your weekly. Nice rounding action right here off support. Major pennant. Major pennant. Okay. Holding the bullish territory, you can see on the weekly time frame here. Almost making a double bottom formation on the RSI. Low, higher, low. Coming up to the bullish control zone here to try to take it out. To see a nice move, right? We saw this trend line break, right? That was this dump that we had after this major pump we had, right? Major pump, right? This major pump came up to the trend line. More accumulation happening here. What's next? This is one of the biggest patterns in crypto right now is the XRP chart. What do you guys think is going to happen here? I think in December or January, this thing is probably going to take off, man. What do you guys think? TA is fake. $5.89. I don't know, man. XRP looks crazy, man. It really does. Let's chart it versus ETH. Oh boy. It's out on the weekly, man. Look at the accumulation. XRP versus ETH here. Right? Low, higher low, higher low, higher low, higher lows. ETH just broke, or XRP ETH just broke a major trend line here. This is a major descending triangle. It's telling you 3,600% versus ETH in terms of performance. Yeah, it's not going to do this whole move, man. I mean, that's what it did back in 2017. I'm projecting about half the move on the flag. And it would probably be a little bit lower, right? It would be like from this low, probably. And yeah, I mean, it could go anywhere in here. If things really get nuts, I mean, sure. The 1618 fib extension, that'd be absolutely insane. I just don't see that happening. That would be such a ridiculous market cap. All these bag holders will just be rich. I don't think so, man. I think the 1272 fib extension is a big target. I'm targeting like $10 to $20 maybe on this cycle for XRP. It will. The chart is telling you that. A 1,200% move is about right. Bottom of the triangle to the top of the triangle. Let's go pull up Wilkowski action real quick. This is a bullish pennant. All right. Bullish pennants. Okay. Maybe it's not a pennant. Pennants are short, 3 weeks long or less. All right, so it's not a pennant. It's I don't know, maybe some sort of triangle pattern. I mean, it looks like a big pennant. What do I know? Anybody want to comment on the pattern here? Maybe a symmetrical triangle. Symmetrical triangle, yeah. All right, so a symmetrical triangle would be bottom of the triangle to the top of the triangle, which is a 5,235% measured move. And from the breakout, which would be here, 5,235% measured move. And there you go. It's right about that $20 region, a little bit above it. And this is what we're looking at. It looks like a symmetrical triangle. "74% of the way of the triangle." We're about there, guys. We've actually done more than that. We've done more than 74% of the triangle. It's definitely a triangle, yeah. Yeah, a breakout is imminent, either to the downside or to the upside. I'm leaning to the upside, obviously, with Tether telling us monthly. I'm just telling us. So there you go. 5,200% measured move from the breakout. Happy Sunday, boys. Cool. Here's your XRP. We still got some work to do to break out here, but keep hugging this trend line, man. Keep hugging it. All right. Here's your XRP. Avalanche. Closing outside the wedge pattern here with a bullish engulfing candle on the weekly chart, confirming double bottom, bottom, same bottom. Breaking out of the trend line. We're going to back test this now and rally to the neckline. All right, watch this neckline. Avalanche looking very nice here on this chart. We see some follow through price action on Avalanche, guys. It's gonna really do some stuff, man. All right, and same type of stuff I've been teaching you guys. The high, the lower high on the RSI, which is the all-time high on price, bearish divergence. The low, this same low on the RSI with the bullish divergence. You guys getting the picture here? Is this the bottom? All these charts look the same. They all look like this. All of them, all on the weekly time frames. It's just absolutely insane and incredible. If you guys aren't paying attention to this stuff, I don't know what you're doing with yourselves, but this is the time to be paying attention right now. Right, sand is another one showing the same formation. Here's sand, the high, the lower high, the low, the higher low with the lower low on price. Solana looking great, man. Solana is looking absolutely fantastic down here. I did not pick up a bag of this, but yeah, man, looks great. It's hyper bullish on the weekly time frame. A big ascending triangle here, formation, breaking out of the range, or trying to. I wouldn't be looking to buy it here, obviously, top of a range. Wait for a back test. Wait for $20 or something, right? $25. Look for that 2-day chart to become oversold again, right? Like down here, close to oversold. You don't want to be buying up here, man. We're actually showing some 2-day bearish divergence right now on Sol. Sol is overbought on smaller time scales. I could see this thing pulling back a bit, man. Wait for a pullback. Oh my God, well, what happens if it breaks out? Let it break out. Let it back test. Look for a higher low. Look for an entry. Don't buy into a pump, guys. Don't buy into a pump. Find something that hasn't pumped yet. Like, if you like Solana's a lot, look at Radium. Radium is its DEX, right? Check out Radium, man. This thing is not broken out. Look at the weekly time frame. Look what it's doing on the weekly chart. Check it out, man. It's at the range low. If Sol's going to continue breaking out, this thing is going to rip, dude. This thing is going to rip more than Sol is. It's a smaller market cap. Not financial advice, but remember, guys, don't buy into assets that are overbought on daily or 2-day time frames. Wait for pullbacks. Even if the weekly and the monthly look good, you're going to still see these. In this market, these assets rip 40, 50% and then pull back. That's what they do. That's just how this market goes. Don't be buying into tops, guys. Don't be buying into resistance areas. Buy at supports, sell at resistance. That's it. Breakout trading is not an easy thing to be doing. It's really gonna be difficult to really trade a breakout. Your best bet is to buy the bottom of a structure and just hold it and let it go. Oh man, well, what happens if it comes back down and retests the low? Great, buy more. Right? Like, I'm not sitting here telling you guys to buy even Bitcoin right now. Bitcoin's at the top of or near the top of a range. And like I said, it's a higher risk area. There's a lot of people shorting right there. I guarantee you there's a fucking huge sell wall between 31 and 32K. And they're gonna have to liquidate all those shorts to break this thing out. And I hope it does break out, but I'm not banking on it. Everything looks good. The charts look good for upside move, but guess what? We may not break it. It might come all the way back down to the bottom of the range again. Then what? Then you're stuck in a stupid long at 30K. You're fucking wrecked. Don't be long in tops, guys. Don't be long in tops. If anything, you could probably strategize taking a short trade at the top of a range and set your stop, a little bit higher above the previous wick highs. right? Strategize a stop loss on a short if you're at the top of a range. It is a very strong level, man. And I'm not going to sit here and tell you I know it's going to break out, because I don't know that it's going to break out. The tether chart's implying that over the next coming weeks we could potentially see that, right? If we start breaking this major demand line here, this is a demand line, guys. This is an area where tether could get bought, right? It was bought here, 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 it was bought here. What? It's just not going to get bought here? It can. Oh man, we confirmed a lower high. We did confirm a lower high. This could be a double top. Very well could be. I hope it is. But remember, guys, this game is a game of probability, right? The probability of a bounce happening here for tether is pretty likely, right? Like the daily's probably oversold. It's not oversold just yet, but man, oh man, is this daily bullish divergence on the tether chart? Yeah, it could be. This is a lower low on price, right? This is a lower low on price, right? Let's see. Is it a lower low on price? Oh man, it is certainly a lower low on price. We have daily bullish divergence on tether, just daily. We don't have weekly, we don't have monthly, right? So I'm saying, like, the longer term time frames for a lot of these crypto assets that have weekly bullish divergence, that is going to have a lot more power than just daily bullish divergence. Okay, so those are the assets that, man, those could be, you could really strategize a long-term swing trade position on, like sand. We were just talking about it, right? Sand. Huge setup. Huge setup. And that is not broken out. And that is not at a resistance. That is at a support. Okay? Well, it is actually butting up against resistance right now as we speak, okay? But man, that weekly time scale, right? There's no denying this. Oversold. Just coming out of oversold. This is an optimal entry for a swing trade, guys. Right here, right now. This. Not financial advice. Just looking at the RSI and nothing else. AIPAD. Yeah, let's take a look at it. Sure. I mean, dude, no offense, but like, what do you want me to tell you on this thing? I don't have any data. Okay, bro, you got bearish divergence on the daily chart. Made a higher high on price, right? This was your highest high. Why not come back down to retest your breakout? Back to 8 cents. Watch this trend line right here too. Don't break that. If you break that, man, you're coming all the way down. Sorry, man. Like, give me a chart with data. Like this thing was in price discovery. Cool. What do you want me to tell you? It's going to the moon forever, bro. No, it's not. It's going to pull back. It broke out, and now it's going to backtest its breakout, most likely. Daily bearish divergence. That's the data that I have on it. I can't tell you anything else. Sorry, man. I'm not trying to be harsh, but like, let's look at some charts that actually have some real viability. All right, that's it. I'm trying to change people's lives here. You know, like, really. ARB looks great, man. I actually posted a TradingView chart on ARB. Daily 2-day double bottom. I don't know if you guys follow me on TradingView, but you probably should. I'm giving you guys free trades. I mean, who does that? Not a lot of people. Just saying. Here you go. 2-day double bottom, a descending triangle on ARB. You see the low and the same low? Boom, double bottom, right? Beautiful. You can take a look at it live here for you, though. Sure. Yep, ARB looking good, man. Beautiful candle down here. Weekly bullish engulfing candle, double bottom. I mean, this is a recipe for upside, okay? A recipe for upside. The neckline here at 97 cents. You break 97 cents from your bottom to your top. is a 21% measured move from that break. 21% takes you to about $1.20, okay? That's all you need to know. That's a 38.2% retracement level. And oh man, is this a major bull flag? Yeah, it sure as hell looks like a major bull flag or a major wedge pattern. Great. Absolutely fantastic looking chart. This looks great. Great chart. Right? You even have the low and the higher low on the weekly time frame. Bullish divergence. Beautiful. With the same low on price, right? We made a double effing bottom. Confirmed. Confirmed the bottom. Good. What else you guys got? I was looking at Arweave. This one's really nice, nicely set up on the chart. Again, you got the divergence. Man, you have double bottom on the RSI down here. This is not as clear as, you know, sand, but man, this is powerful stuff. This is definitely powerful. It's going to yield a big move, and this is a major wedge pattern, guys. A major wedge setup. You guys know how these play out once they break out. Just saying. Hasn't broke out just yet. You guys are well informed. We got 13 people on the stream right now. That means 13 of you guys are hearing me tell you that Arweave is in a falling wedge pattern that hasn't broke out yet. We looked at AVAX. It looks great. I have a masternode that I'm running on AVAX right now. My average entry on AVAX is 990. Anything above 940 level, I think we're good on AVAX. So let's go. Beautiful looking chart. XYO. I mean, yeah, looks like you're at the basement, dude. I mean, looks like you got a break. You back tested the break. This looks really good, man. I mean, this is a great place probably to enter, right? You're right at the range low support, showing signs of, well, you could be holding it. Showing those signs, man. And you broke this trend line, dude. You definitely broke it, and you back tested it, back tested support. Again, I don't know anything about this coin. It looks like a complete S coin to me. But from a technical point of view, this looks good. This looks good. Your weekly RSI is down here. You have, man, you have the divergence, right? You have the divergence, right? You have the low. You have a, yeah. I mean, it's making higher levels of relative strength on the RSI with lower lows on price. So the seller exhaustion is there. There are no more sellers down here. There will only be buyers here, is what this chart is telling me. Okay. Again, watch for volume on this. You need to see volume. I will not be buying this coin. It looks like complete shit coin, but man, good luck, integrity. It is at a very low risk area to strategize a position, right? All you have to do here is if you are taking a swing position on something like this and you entered right here, holy shit, why did it do that? Your stop loss is really simple. You can easily strategize a stop loss right below these wick lows, right? You take your entry right here, boom. Oh man, what's the upside target? Well, take your Fibonacci's, go to your range low, reverse it to the upside. I would target anywhere from the 382 to the 618, anywhere up to 2.2 cents, man, is what I would say. The 618 is usually the gold mean ratio, is where we see reversals. Man, you're looking at a 57.68 risk to reward ratio here. This is an incredible trade setup. Incredible. We normally look for what? 2 to 3 to 1 risk to rewards, right? This is almost 60 to 1. Oh man, I got stopped out. Okay, so what? What happens, bro? What did you lose on your stop? What did you end up losing? Oh, you took a position right here and you lost 10%. Oh man, I lost 10%. Okay, next trade. You still got 90% of your capital. Next trade. This is beautiful, man. This is beautiful. Go for it, dude. Make sure you set a stop loss. All right. Cool. Hopefully you guys are enjoying the content and you guys are learning something, because this stuff's important to learn. Really, it is. This stuff can really change your life if you really want it to. Okay. Even if you just strategize it to the 236 pivot extension, that's a 9-to-1 risk to reward. All right. That's almost a 10-to-1 risk to reward ratio. This is a great trade. Let's just target the 236. Let's be a little bit more conservative in our estimates here, because I have no idea what the hell this coin's going to do. Really, I don't. We'll take a look at Adam, man. Sure. How to search for you on TradingView? Yeah, my username is right here, STP_Mr. Know-It-All. You just go to the search, you go for people, and you look for me, STP_Mr. Know-It-All, man. That's how you find me. Cool. They blocked a few of my posts here because I used invite-only scripts like an RSI or some shit. These fucking Nazis, but whatever. Anyways, Adam, we'll take a look at it. So Adam, what do we got going on here, guys? What's this? What's happening? Are you guys noticing something similar happening on these RSIs that we've been talking about? This was the top, I would assume, right? Oh my God, September. That's pretty close to the top. This was, yeah. This is basically the top, man. That's fine. This thing just couldn't break this resistance and then just dumped. This had weekly bearish divergence, continuing to make lower highs on the RSI, lost momentum, crashed. This was probably the June crash. Oh my God, weird. June crash. Oversold. Major rally off the low, right? Major rally off the low. Great. What do we do again? What are we here? What are we doing here? Lower low on price, same low on the RSI, bullish divergence on the weekly chart. And now you're making another higher low on the RSI with, again, roughly the same low on price. So diverging even more at this region, at this level. I will say that it is below a major inflection point. It is below a major level. We need to see buyers step in to push this price up. But the chart, the weekly RSI is telling you that the implied price action is back to the upside, right? You are oversold on the weekly time frame. This is, again, a very low risk area to take a trade. Okay, here you go. Your entry. If you were to take an entry, this is where you would do it, right? Right here. Oh my God. Weekly bullish divergence right here. Sure. Let's go. Take a trade. Set your stop loss right below the wick low. Your entry is 671, 672, whatever. Cool. You give yourself 8%, which I think is really tight. Maybe you should give yourself 20%. This is crypto. Maybe even set your stop all the way down here at 550. Cool. Where are we going? Well, the top of the range is right here at $17. That's an 8.81 risk to reward ratio. Fabulous. Great trade setup. Here's your trend line. You break that trend line, there's a very good chance you come up to test the top of this range. But you do have levels in between, right? You have this level right here. That's a major inflection point. You get back above 850, man, there's a very good chance you go back up to test $14. It's really that simple. All right, Nick, hopefully that helps you, man. What else you guys got? Nick, you're a new face, man. How did you find us? Haven't seen you on the channel, man. Glad to have you. Wow, Axie Infinity, guys. This one just broke out. Oh my God, look at the divergence. That was your top, right? November 2021, the stone top. It's like magic, man. It's really like magic. Axie Infinity is going to rally. Big time rally coming for this thing. Oh my God, where do we take a trade? Right here, right now. Set your stop below the support wicks. Okay? That's what you do. That's it. Another major trade setup here I'm giving you guys for free, live on stream. You're welcome. Do your own research. This tool really annoys me, but okay, man. Here's your entry. For whatever, what is this? 452. Your stop loss. Man, set a 20% stop. Sure, give it 20%, even 25%. Great. Oh man, let's go to the top of the range. Great. 7-to-1 risk to reward, man. Holy shit. Every time you take one of these trades, you can win 7 times for losing one trade. That's amazing. Anything better than 3-to-1 is absolutely incredible. Risk to reward, guys. Okay? Can I just do the mic drop? Boom, mic drop. Ten people on the stream, man. This is sad. Should be hundreds of people. Should be thousands of people. Do you guys share this stream with people? Do you guys talk about what I talk about to your friends? Let me know in the chat. Let me know in the chat if you guys really make an effort to spread the knowledge that I'm giving you guys here for free on Sunday nights. I really want to know, man. I know you're always here, Toe. And I know IJ Money's always here. I know Integrity's always here. RPM, I don't know who you are. Angel, you're pretty much always here. Steven Beckstead, I know you've been around, man. Sometimes. They don't know what they're missing. You're right, they don't. But yeah, man. Sucks. I wish there was more people I was impacting here. But nice. What'd you tell him, Toe? Oh, nice, man. Excellent. Well, not only are you going to win a couple hats here, but you could really grow your wealth here, man. Really, you can. You can really grow your wealth here, and all the people that have, all the regulars that sit on this stream with me day in and day out for these last few years know what's up. They know what's up, man. All right. Yeah, bro, I'm not going anywhere. I don't care. If I blow up, great. If I don't blow up, great. I don't care. It's not. It just sucks for other people. Engine coin, man. You guys see this? This is fucking crazy, man. Just look at this, dude. What's happening here, man? What's this? Is this the same effing thing we've been talking about on all the same charts and all these wedge patterns? Engine coin. Start your engines, bro. I smell a trade setup right here. What do you guys think? Look at that. That's beautiful, man. That is absolutely one of the best patterns right now in cryptos. Engine coin, AVAX, engine coin, sand. Let's take a look at Theta. Sure, let's take a look at it. Same thing. Theta coin. Same structure, man. Beautiful. Falling wedge. We got triple RSI bullish divergence happening here on the weekly time frame. Gorgeous. Gorgeous looking chart, man. That is beautiful. Holding a major level of support, making a closure outside of the trend line this week, opening a candle right outside the trend line, man. This thing is just gonna fucking send. Excuse my language. If you don't see price action coming this week on this thing, I don't know, bro. Like, look at these wicks. Look at that candle. Bullish engulfing candle on the weekly. That is a weekly double bottom. A weekly double bottom. Your neckline, 67 cents. You break 67 cents. You're looking at a 12 or 13% move above that, which takes you to the next range, about 75 cents. I mean, you guys know how explosive this thing could get, man. It's just, this is it. This is 70% away through 70% of the pattern completed of the apex of the wedge. And not only is it a wedge pattern, but it's actually a major bull flag, right? This is a flag. This is a bull flag. Bull flag falling wedge pattern, guys. That's what this is. Where's this thing going, man? I mean, if this thing gets adoption or some shit, dude, fucking $80, dude. I don't know. Long-term, 2-year swing target, maybe. You know, we could do this. We could rally up. We could come back down to back test. We can make an inverse head and shoulders pattern. That's what we usually do after you make a wedge pattern, right? You come up to the top of this range, make a huge rally up here, touch this level, pull back, retest this low, make an accumulation pattern, make another rally, right? Consolidate, boom, huge breakout, right? It's right here, man. It's for you. All 8 of you. I can't believe, how am I losing viewers right now? Are you guys bored of me? Am I really a bad presenter here? What's happening? Why am I losing viewership? People are just, fuck it. I don't care about this Theta coin. I don't care about making fucking 100x on my money. Nah, I don't give a shit. Fuck that. Let's leave. What is it, guys? What do I need to do, man? What do I need to do to, like, just... Stupid, right, Toe? Like, what am I supposed to do, bro? Like, here, man. Here's a massive trade on the plate. Talk some news? Bro, do I need to tell you that the news doesn't fucking matter? It's all about the chart. It's all about the fucking chart. The chart is going to tell you what the thing is going to do before the news breaks. The news breaking is justification for the price move. God, please don't tell me show the news. No, man. Fuck the news. Fuck the news. I don't know. Marketing. I don't know, man. It's just it's a lot of work, man. I don't know. Like, is it worth it? I mean, I feel like people in the community should just be like blowing it up just word of mouth, man. Hey, man, watch Node's channel. You're gonna learn a lot. You can make a lot of money if you really take action, execute trades. You know, like that's all it should be. Like I shouldn't have to market. I really shouldn't have to do that. Why do I need to spend money to get people in the channel? I mean, it sounds backwards. They should just be flocking here. Hey, this guy knows what he's talking about. Sounds backwards, man. Just saying. But I hear you. Whatever, dude. Yeah, they're reluctant right now because they don't understand what this stuff is. I've been making TikToks. Have you guys been following me? I've been making TikToks, man. Please follow TikTok. Let's go. Let's get this to 1,000 so I can go live on TikTok. Come on, let's go. Here, follow me. I'm live on Twitter right now too. I'm live on Twitter. I'm live on Rumble. I don't know what else to do, man. Pay for marketing. Yeah, I guess. I suppose so. I suppose so. How's Flo doing, man? I need this thing to fucking rip. Whew. You guys see what I'm seeing, man? Did Flo close outside the major trend line? Thanks, RPM. I saw that. Appreciate the follow, brother. Appreciate that. Oh my God. Flo. Low. Higher low. Same low. Higher low. Higher low. What's going to happen to Flo down here, guys? If this doesn't look like a rounding bottom to you, I don't know what does. Goat? I don't know, dude. Goat. Let's take a look at Goat. You want to really look at Goat, man? Are you going to tip me some Goat tokens to look at it? There's not enough data on that chart, man, but I'll look at it. Goat. Looking good. Looks like it's at a bottom. What do you want me to do with this thing? It's making higher lows. There you go. It's making higher lows. Right? Making higher lows. Coming off this range. Looking good. Looking good. I bought a little bag of it down there. Losing viewers. Well, we've been live for over an hour, so there's that. But man, I'm definitely in the mood to look at charts right now. So if you guys want to throw me some tickers, let's go. Let's blow this stream up right now. X. Back in the pattern, man, right? Back in the pattern. Came back in. Where are you going? Well, you can go all the way back up to the trend line. May come all the way back down to retest it, make a higher low, then break out of it. Why not? TRB, BTC dominance, 1,000 Pepe, US 10-year. We can look at the US 10-year. Sure, let's take a look at that. Continuing its move up. Becoming overbought on the weekly time frame here. Very overbought on the weekly. Very extended on the wave trend as well. I suspect some sort of, we got a level right here. I'm looking at 5.21%. That's a level that looks like a major inflection point, right? This was the top back here in 2007. Bitcoin dominance, let's take a look at that, yeah. So Bitcoin dominance still really strong, man. A weekly breakout candle for Bitcoin dominance, the highest candle body close since April of 21. Really. Looks like a major cup and handle pattern, man. Looks like it's a Bitcoin show. Looks like we're in phase one of a bull market where Bitcoin leads the rallies. All right, ADA, 1,000 Pepe. This is a perp chart. Is it? I don't know. Yeah, man, I'm in weekly double bottom or something here. You got resistance right here. Broke a trend line, I guess. Not a lot of data on this one, Toe, but you broke it. You're outside it right now. Let's see if you get follow through price action on that. ADA holding a major support level, that is for sure. I looked at that the other day. Ray really holding support, man. That is something to really pay attention to. You could really strategize an entry here off the trade setup. That looks like a weekly double bottom. I'm not even a double bottom. It's a 1, 2, 3, a quadruple bottom. Quadruple bottom, holding the range low very nicely there. And yes, ADA in a major channel, man. This could be the start of a major cup formation, okay, for ADA. ADA looking good. BNB. BNB at the bottom of a range, for sure at the bottom of a range. SNX also was looking good. We'll take a look at it. BNB holding the range low. Yes, holding the range low. And I believe there is some weekly bullish divergence on it. There is indeed a weekly RSI bullish divergence on BNB. Absolutely. Coiled at the bottom of the low. Across above the 20 line. That is a weekly buy signal for BNB. SNX. Holding a rectangle bottom, a rectangle range, making higher lows. Beautiful structure. Here's your trend line. You are out. You rallied out of it. You now back tested it and holding it as support. This kind of looks a lot like Chainlink right now. But Chainlink actually just broke out of its major structure. Something like that in the cards for SNX. Cool. That looks great, man. STX. Not sure where the data is on this one, so we're going to just take a look at Binance here. Yes, you can see accumulation happening. The low, the higher low, another higher low. That's 3 rising valleys on this asset. Here's your channel. Oh my God, respect to the median channel line here. Beautiful. I would say that that's your swing target right now, is this resistance level here at $1.08. You break $1.08, we can then talk about testing $2. You break $2, we're talking about the top of the range 240. And maybe eventually, if you do something like this and you really break and you back test and you make another higher low, you can then rally and proceed to do all-time highs. NASDAQ. Mini futures. So you're still in the structure, not a good open for it, really. You're at a range low. Yeah, man, you're at a major support, man. You really are. I wouldn't look to short something right here. Again, you're at a support. You probably want to look for strategizing a long entry here. If I had to, look at risk to reward, like you would probably strategize a long, set your stop just below the wicks, and you'd be looking for a trade up to resistance at 15,000. That's almost a 3-to-1 risk to reward ratio to the upside. So that's looking pretty good for a long setup. Oversold candles on the 4-hour, very oversold, right? 18.75 on the 4-hour RSI, and wow, you're way below the long area on the wave trend on the 4-hour chart. So yeah, we're probably going to see the NASDAQ bounce here, is what I'm thinking. Okay. CL, what is that, oil? So oil hitting a resistance, pulling back, and let's see. Yeah, so you're making lower highs right now on oil on the 4-hour. You might be looking like some sort of rising wedge type of structure in formation here. Not confirmed. You haven't broken the trend line. You're at a support. So I wouldn't recommend shorting support. I would look for a break of this support and a back test of it as being resistance before taking a short trade on oil. Okay. But there's no denying that the asset's still in an uptrend until you break this low at 82.3. And hell, you might even hold this support. So, just pay attention. You are becoming oversold on the hourly. The weekly, let's see what the weekly is looking like. The weekly oscillator is pointing down. Again, you really want to see this break above, 89 and really take out this high at 95. So if you don't do that and you continue to go sideways or make lower highs, you're probably going to come back down and test your base, which is 82 to 84 region. And you tagged a fib extension here too, so you're kind of in the middle of a range right now on oil. All right. Gold, GC. Gold looking really bullish, man. Really, really bullish on gold. Okay. But yep, you tagged a resistance. You might come back down to retest support at 1948 to 19.25. Totally a plausible thing, but you reclaimed this area. You reclaimed it, right, with this huge pump, huge rally through. All right, so gold's looking pretty strong, man. Look at the weekly. Looks very, very strong, right? Another weekly bullish engulfing candle. I suspect a retest, like I said. How's it going, man? S&P, we'll just look at mini futures. So S&P does not look good actually at all. You broke this major channel that we've been respecting, but this could be the dip before the rip out of a wedge pattern, man. Remember, that's totally a possibility here, right? The daily actually did confirm a breakdown candle. That is a fact, but who's to say that tomorrow we don't just rally back into this pattern and break out of it? Who's to say we can't do something like that? We'll see, right? we are starting to show a higher low on the RSI with a lower low on price or the same low on price. We're starting to see some divergence forming here on the daily time frame, and we'll see how this plays out. I would imagine the 4 hours oversold. The 4 hour is oversold, and you're also at a range low. You're at a major support level. You did an M shape. The M shape completed, right? So maybe some sort of Gartley pattern here, which would indicate a potential reversal. But man, we broke the structure. We did. We did. We broke it, right? So my bias on the S&P is bearish right now, but I'm not looking to short at supports, right? I suspect we get a bounce off this low, right? We'll see. We'll see what happens here. The weekly has definitely room to come down, though. All right, but we're at the median trend line here. We could see a bounce. We could see a bounce here, right? So our lower time frames, our lower time scales are oversold, which could translate into a bounce or a bounce off that level. And it could just end up being a lower high that gets shorted. So, but like I said, short-term time frames oversold. I wouldn't be looking to short them. That's it. That's your S&P. IMX, guys. Don't ignore this pattern right here. Breakout, back test, double bottom. Beautiful. Looks beautiful, man. This looks beautiful. IMX looks great. A lot of charts look really good right now, guys. All right. Cool. Well, I've been live for an hour and 20. You guys are new to the community. Make sure you guys join the Discord. You guys want access to any of the STP products that we do have, make sure you guys check our website out, swingtradepros.com. Basic indicator package, or you want my trade alerts or my swing trades, what I do, check out the alert service. You can even direct message me. I'll give you a free trial. Yeah, guys, there's lots of stuff happening on these charts. Don't ignore them. This is the time. Take actions, okay? Remember, this is not financial advice. Do your own research always. I'm just looking at charts, guys. That's it. And what I think might happen on these charts in the future. You know, like stuff like this, where we took a swing position on INJ in August of 22 at the range low. The asset's now sitting almost $10. We're over 5x, almost 6x on this trade setup. And we're projecting this asset to go close to that $100 region eventually in time. No problem, RPM. We have a wonderful night, brother. And like I said, if you're interested in what I do, man, I don't charge a lot for what I do, and I'm really here to help. Okay, so check out the community. If you haven't done so already, join the Discord. Tell your friends if you find this valuable. That's it. That's all I'm here to do, is really just give my gift to the world and give my analysis to the world. So appreciate all you guys tuning in, and hopefully I'll see you guys next week. You guys have a wonderful evening. Catch you guys later.